All right, Drake Riggs here with one half of the main event, Mr. Dillon Cleckler, getting ready for Gamebred Fighting Championship. Dillon, man, just how are we enjoying Florida so far? Back down here for another fight.
Great to be in Florida, South Florida. I'm from North Florida. Yeah, I love being down south. I actually lived down here for about 2 years, doing some boxing training and stuff. So I love being back, man. I'm a huge fan of the Miami culture and environment.
Yeah, absolutely, can't beat it. Great weather, all that good stuff, man. And it's your first MMA fight since 2019, man. I was kind of curious, why'd you take a break in the first place? Doing pretty good, 11-1. What made you want to switch to just the punches only?
I took a break from an injury early, and that I plan on taking a year off to let my hamstring heal because I had a really bad injury. In that time, I met my wife, my wife now, and then babies came in there, and man, 4 years went by really quick. I started getting really fat, and then decided I needed to do something. So I started getting back in shape, and I did two MMA matches back pretty close together, and then a Bare-knuckle organization contacted me, and I've been under contract with them ever since. Just got out of it when right before I did the Gamebred boxing. Yeah.
So put the gloves back on for that one, and now taking them back off here. Do you prefer no gloves because it's what you've gotten used to the last couple matches, or don't really care about that? How do you feel about it, I guess? Preference-wise.
I prefer gloves, and if anybody tells you that they prefer no gloves, they need to get their mental checked, because there's nothing appealing about getting hit with a bare fist by a professional who does that. So
you tell me, man.
Yeah, I'm speaking from experience. There's nothing fun about that, and if anybody says that they like without gloves and getting punched by bare fists, they need to get a full exam.
Right. You touched on it a little bit during the press conference just now, but you don't feel like it's an advantage over Roy since you have this experience in it, or?
Well, he's a puncher. Anybody who's seen him, he can thump, and he also can do ground.
Yeah.
So it's I don't feel like there's an advantage for me at all during this fight. But I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna fight, man. I've come to the terms that I'm just a fighter. I'm not a bare-knuckle fighter. I'm not a boxer. I'm not an MMA fighter. If you need me to do it, man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the best I can, and that's just where I'm at. Roy Nelson, the opportunity to fight a legend, like I said during the press conference, Hall of Famer in my eyes. Just that opportunity, you could never turn that down. Whether you win or you get knocked out, or you got submitted or knocked out by a legend, there's no loss there. I'm gonna go in there and give it hell, man. That's all I know to do. And see what happens.
Is there any pressure, whether it's good or bad, in this spot?
There's always pressure. There's always pressure. Like what Mazarov kind of touched on, the adrenaline, the feeling you have, the preparation leading up to the fight. It's something you'll never experience in your life with any other venture that you go down. And I guess I like it because I've done quite a few fights. There's pressure to win. There's pressure training. There's pressure just in life in general. So yeah, there's pressure.
Of course, man. And quick turnaround too. You just had that great win over Josh Burns at the beginning of April. How does that affect things for you? Do you like the quick turnaround, the lack of, I guess, extra preparation so you don't have to think about it as much? Just how is that part of this fight for you?
It's the first time I've done such a quick turnaround with fights. So I'm kind of experiencing it for the first time also. Mm-hmm. Just as stressful, just not as much time to think about it in between. It's really the same thing. You don't get a lot of time to rest. I never left the gym because they started talking about this fight right when I got done, and when I got the okay, there's really no time to do too much. You just kind of get yourself ready the best you know how.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have any ultimate combat sports goals, man, or are you just kind of one of those guys that goes with the flow?
Yeah, I'm a flower, man. This right here to me is something I'm gonna tell my grandkids about. I fought Roy Nelson in the first ever BKFC, or not bare-knuckle sanctioned event in Florida, which is it's incredible to me because when I grew up, I grew up watching Kimbo and Jorge in the backyard stuff, and that's when you had the dial-up internet, and it took forever to get it to where you could watch it, but when you did, you were just blown away that these guys were actually doing that, and then like he put that into perspective that it's come full circle, and now we're back to where it started at originally, and to be the first to be a part of that first sanctioned event, and to be the main event, I'm gonna tell my grandkids about this one day. This is huge for me. I'm not gonna downplay it, and if I sound like a fangirl, I get it. It's fine. It's fine with me because I am. I'm a fan of this of the sport. I'm a fan of fighting. I'm a fan of both the guys, the promoter, and my opponent. This is an amazing moment for me.
Well, to springboard off that, are there any other dream opponents you have?
No. I hope you don't give me any more Hall of Famers. Because I can't turn them down. But yeah, I'm gonna be here until the good Lord switches gears for me and opens a different door, and then I'm just gonna bounce through that one. That's all I really know to do.
All right, Dillon. Well, last thing I'll leave you with, man. If you never got into this combat sports action, dude, what do you think you would be doing instead? Any ideas?
I want to do what Jorge does. I want to be a promoter, I think.
There we go.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll save it till then, though. Exciting to watch you fight for now, but appreciate it, man, and best of luck everything with this week.
Thank you.